Welcome back to the Revolve Kitchen. Today we're in the kitchen, but we're not making food. We're making something just as fun though. We're going to make a homemade hair and scalp oil with herbs that are great for hair regrowth and nourishing your scalp for a natural remedy for things like dandruff. So let's get into it. I'll show you everything that you're going to need to make this. First, you'll need a glass jar and then your herbs of choice. I added rosemary, which is known to promote hair growth. I got this from my garden. I'm also adding burdock root to prevent dandruff and horsetail to also encourage hair growth. These are herbs you can get online or at a local herb store. Then you're going to need your oils, of course. So I'm using half jojoba oil, which is great for hair oil since it's a very similar structure to human sebum, so it's very nourishing and hydrating, and castor oil, which is great for nourishing the scalp. So to start, you're going to infuse the oil. So into the glass jar, add the herbs that you have chosen. I added about 2 tablespoons of each herb, and then pour the oil into the jar until it covers the herb. You can use more or less depending on how much oil you want to make. Then to infuse the oil, I really like to use a slow cooker. That way the jar with the oil and the herbs can be submerged in warm water at a steady temperature for many, many hours. And you don't have to worry about it. You can just let it sit there. So to a slow cooker, put in a towel so that your jar can sit nicely in the slow cooker. And then we're going to pour in water until the jar is partly submerged. Then I like to slow cook this for about 24 hours, and this is what it looks like after it's been slow cooking for 24 hours. The oil is nice and colored and fragrant from the herbs. The next step is to strain out the herbs from the oil. So I use this fine mesh strainer, and I'm going to pour all of the contents of the jar into the strainer. You're going to want to let the oil drain for a bit, but also use the back of a spoon and push down on the herbs. We spent a lot of time on this, so we're going to want to get as much oil out of these herbs as we can. So now you have this great strained, delicious, fragrant, nourishing oil. And your oil's all done at this point. You just need to put it into a jar. I like these glass dropper bottles. I'll use this a few times a month whenever my scalp or hair feels like it needs some extra hydration. I drop it directly onto my scalp, massage it in, leave it for a few hours or even overnight, and then wash my hair. If you have curly or thicker hair, you could even use it after a shower as a nice hydrating oil. So try it out, get the details in the caption, let me know how it goes, and definitely subscribe for more non-toxic, nutrient-dense recipes.